we're going to start with the roller lengthways down your mat. This is a crowd favorite. So you want to sit near the very front edge of it. You tell them all the way to the front end. And then go ahead and lower yourself down. Make sure your head is supported as well as your tailbone. And with the head resting back, if you feel like your head is falling backwards, or your chin is much higher than your forehead, you may want to add a little padding there underneath. Yep. And your gaze should be probably up, but also slightly forward. Just be sure the neck is long from back and side. Feet about 4 to 5 inches apart. If you want a little extra stability, you can take the ball between your thighs and squeeze it. Then it's a little further back, right, just there. And even more stability would be if your feet were wider than this and your knees were angled in. But if you're holding the ball, squeeze it gently so you feel the inside line of your legs, the inside line of your feet on the mat. Now we open the arms out to the side, palms to the ceiling, arms 90 degrees from the angle of your body. And we'll just rock a little from side to side. So shifting your shoulder and your hip down on the right and then down on the left. Maybe seeing if you can lengthen out through the fingertips as you reach away from each hand. Attempting to keep the back of the hand grounded on the floor and maybe reaching it away from your body as you rock from side to side. So you're getting that pull across the top of the shoulder into the pec muscles of your chest, but really enjoying the feeling of massage between the shoulder blades and along the inside edges of the shoulder blade itself, the scapular bone. So back and forth, just warming up. You also get a massage across the sacrum into the medial edges of the glutes here. And you may feel like you're getting a gentle massage also at the skull, just releasing some of the tissue there. The connective tissue can get tight when we're stressed. So there you have it. So we'll come back to center. Check that your feet are balanced. Ball the foot, heel, inner and outer edges. And then we curve the arms up, embrace the air right over your chest. So inhale to lift the arms and hug the air above you. And exhale to pull the arms apart slowly. And you keep exhaling, exhaling, exhaling to the back of your hands rest on the ground. And we inhale, the arms rise, embrace it in towards you. Exhale, picture the air leaving your mouth, flowing out into the space above you and pushing the arms aside. It's like a balloon was expanding between your arms. Inhale, arms rise and hug in. And then exhale and release it out. Hey, great to see you. And arms lift, gather the air in, and then exhale, expand the arms slowly, feel like you're pulling the fingers apart while they were magnets who want to stay together. And let's do this once more. Hug the air in. And then exhale. As you exhale slowly, picture the lungs emptying and the belly sinking, navel towards your spine. Next, we'll bring the arms up and point the fingers to the ceiling. The arms are vertical and a little wider than your chest. And on your next exhale, lift the blades sink down, hugging the roller under your body. Inhale, the arms lift up, 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 the shoulders shrug up and curve up around the outer side of your ribs. And exhale, and the blades sink heavily but slowly down towards the floor. So we shrug the shoulders up, and then we exhale and melt them down. So this action really helps you release tension in your neck and your upper back, because the neck muscles are attached to the collarbones in the front and then also to the shoulder blades in the back. And as they're moving, you're removing the neck muscles, shortening and lengthening them, alternating. We'll do this again. Inhale. The whole body expands with the breath. The arms float up like their fingers are each individual helium balloons. And then exhale, they slowly subside. Now we turn the palms forward and lengthen the arms down at your side, reach long through your fingertips to the floor. Arms are parallel to your body, parallel to the roller. We lift the arms up to the ceiling and exhale, the arms sweep back by your ears. Try to keep the ribs grounded. You have the natural arch at your waist here, the natural arch in your neck. And then we bring the arms forward and exhale and sweep them down at the side of your body. They land simultaneously on the mat at your side. Reaching the arms up, So each arm is a mirror image of the other one. You yawn it back, you stretch it back as you exhale. Feel the stretch into your lats, as well as the chest, bringing the arms forward and exhale all the way down. Nice steady pace with the breath and with the arms. They rise on the inhale, they reach back and stretch the wall behind you on the exhale. And then we reverse it, the arms lifting up and forward, and then exhale, sinking down long at your side. The further you reach, the more the shoulders ease away from your ears, lengthening your back. We'll do this one more time. Inhale to go up. And imagine the air being water. So you're really feeling the support of the air, the support of water when you're floating. And then you are going to push your arms through that imaginary water. Feel the weight of it. The arms push to the side, create space for the arms to move. And next, bring your hands to your shoulders and the elbows pull in by your waist. We circle the elbows up and then out wide, around and down. Bring them low and then pull them in close to the side of your waist and your hips. And then the elbows lift up. Exhale, circling around here. Really shrug the shoulders off the roller and then back onto it. See if you can become aware of the roller underneath us, of what's happening under your back. A lot of times we're not really aware of the muscles in our back, until they bother us, until they hurt. So this is a chance to have them feel better and also build awareness here of what's going on behind you as you face your day. Now let's reverse. The elbows go down and then wide, bring them around and up to the ceiling, and then they slide down along the side of your ribcage to the ground almost, and then around and up again. All of this should be comfortable in your shoulder joint. If it isn't, stop it and I can help you. But generally going slow, smooth, and starting with a smaller movement and letting the arms find the range of motion that feels best. It will gradually open up as you warm up your muscles and continue with this deep, easy, full breath. Short inhale to begin the movement and a longer exhale to relax the body and really empty the lungs as much as possible. We'll bring the arms forward and lengthen the hands down again. Reach for the end of your mat, reach for your heels. And now we lift the arms up to the ceiling. Go all the way back on the inhale and then exhale with the palms up. Circle wide out, around, and down your sides. So basically snow angels. And the arms rise up, stretch back, and then circle forward and around. Pulse down at the end of the movement, and we lift again. Yawn your body open to the sky, and then exhale, reach out, take as much space in the room as you can. And let's do it one more time. Yawn that open, and then sweep it wide around and forward. When the arms are parallel to the roller, we're reversing, so palms up to circle out wide. And you lift the arms as they go past the height of your shoulder. You just more comfortable with the joint that way. Press the arms down on that long exhale. Inhale. Big sweep. Up and back. Reach behind you. Arms a little higher up the floor. And then really lift them to the ceiling. And then press them down to the ground. Two more like this. A really deep full inhale. And then a long sustained exhale. Think of the navel sinking to the spine without changing the curves of your spine. And then we go all the way back. Yawn your body open and exhale. Push the air out again. Last one here for today, the diamond arms. So bring your thumbs together, your index fingers together, making a triangle between the inside edges of your hands, elbows wide. As you have a triangle, a diamond shape here. We're going to take the hands back, flip the diamond shape over your face, frame your face like it's in a picture frame, and then exhale, sweep the arms forward, hands and wrists in line with your arms, and flip the hands over your low belly. And we take the arms up and back. The blades slide towards your waist as the arms reach back. And then you lift the arms to feel the shoulder blades heavy around the roller. And then as you bring the arms forward, the blades get settled down on the outside edges of your roller surface. So let's do it again. Inhale to yawn this open. And exhale to pull it down and closed. One last one. Elbows are rotating inside your chest. They roll backwards as the arms go backwards in space. And they roll forward on their own axis as the arms come forward and down. Lovely. So from here, we're sliding off of your roller. Soft landings preferred. And then we'll take the roller across your mat. And we'll take our shoulder blades, the tip of our blades, right up along the edge of the roller. So it's almost like a shelf here. Support your head with your hands. Feet still, 4 to 5 inches apart. And the feet a little in front of your knees. We will arch back, so look up at the ceiling, and behind you, the head's cupping the skull, so the weight of your head gives a gentle stretch of the neck. And the elbows can widen and drop to the point that feels comfortable for you. Don't force it, but allow it. And then we tip the head up. Use your hand to move the head, and then we're pulling the elbows forward and down as you curl the tail up. The waist presses towards the mat as you look down into your navel, and the elbows pull down there as well. And then as we start to bring the gaze across the room, up the wall, across the ceiling, and behind, you'll feel the tail start to reach into the ground just as the head is falling towards the floor. With the weight of your head, really stretch out your abdominal line. And then we exhale, we tip it up, look down your nose into the abdominal wall. The throat pulls softly back towards the spine here in your neck. And you can pull the elbows down again to widen the upper back. And then as we go back into extension, you let the elbows open, that pulls the blades together and supports you in the thoracic extension to the upper rib cage. Hip things back, just traction at your neck. Tip your head up, chin to chest. Pull forward, the tail rises, you're imprinting your low back into the mat here. Getting a little stretch like the body is a hammock, sinking in the middle. And then we reverse the direction. The tail drops down, the belly stretches, the navel lifts towards the ceiling, as the hip pulls back towards the edge. Exhale, come forward. Make sure you have enough weight supported with your hands, so there's no strain on the neck or the head. And now we're here in that bit of an upper up curl. The waist pulled down, and we're going to rotate to the right, onto the outer edge of your right shoulder blade. And then spin across the roller, rotating to the left, coming to the outer edge of your left shoulder blade. The hips stay grounded, so think of pushing down to the opposite hip as you twist to the right. And then over and across, and you may get a little bit into your lat here, which lines up with the outer edge of your blade. If you can go a little bit into your armpit onto the roller, it'll also help you open up this part of upper shoulder and the edge of the chest wall. Around here. And it may or may not be that comfortable, right? You can always add extra padding on the roller if you need it, or just limit the movement until you can up a bit more. Go over to the left one more time. And then back to center here. Let's arch back, stretch it out. Now, as we come up again, we're going to add some alternating knee folds. So we're going to pull the head up, pull the right knee up, look to the inside of the leg, like along the line of the sternum and the navel. And then as we lower the foot, we're lowering the head back. Try to let the head go into full extension as the foot lands on the mat. Now coming up again with the left leg as you lift your head, pull the body up. We start to work into the abs here, and then take it back. So no rotation yet, but we'll get there. Head is back when the foot is down. Let's do this again. So lifting your hips, start the movement, pick up the knee, look down your midline, and keep your gaze along that sagittal plane here as you go back. The foot lowers, we come up, lifting the knee. Elbows can narrow as you pull up the knee. And the elbows come wide as you go back into extension and lower the foot. Now let's add the rotation. So we come up with the right knee and twist towards it. You're on the right shoulder blade. Unwind so you're on both shoulder blades as you lower the foot down and lay back in extension. Coming up, chin to chest, twist to your left as the left knee comes in. Feel the waist imprint in towards the floor. Lower the foot down, take your time. The foot will be weighted when the head is in full extension. So let's come up again, twisting to your right. Think about trying to stay within the frame of your hips with your rib cage as you come up and twist, so it's more rotation and less side bend. And bring it on back. We're going to do one less set here. Head tips forward first, you come up onto the blade, you pull yourself towards the inside line of that leg and bring it back. And notice that this is not so much about the elbow moving, but it's about rotating the armpit towards the inner thigh. Right, because anyone can just come up and pull the elbow across the body. We're really trying to come up and get the twist. One more set with that thought. Armpit, the shoulder towards the upper inner thigh. Lay it back extension, and then one more twist to the left. And right, the roller will slide back, unfortunately, right? So sometimes you have to adjust it. We're going to come back here, and now just come forward, watch your elbows a little bit, scooch forward, and now just rest your neck and the base of the skull on the roller. Take the feet apart the width of your mat and let your knees fall in. You create a little pyramid here with the knees, just to open up your low back and feel a little release, and slowly turn your head from side to side. As your head sweeps over to the left, think of the right shoulder blade being heavy. As you turn your head slowly to the right, the left shoulder blade deepens its connection to the mat. So just go very slowly, very easily. Breathe with this movement and inhale to one side and exhale to the other. Hold the edge of the roller to be sure it's stable as you go back and forth. Then you can adjust the curve of your neck around the roller and the connection you feel through your head and neck onto the lower surface by bringing the gaze up a little bit. Lift your chin, lift your nose, lift your eyes and sweep them back. Or you can also bring your gaze down and see where it really feels like you need a release here around the occipital ridge, those bones at the base of the skull that you feel as you go side to side. And then just think about it. If you find a spot that needs help, stay there and do some micro movements there. Either a very small movement side to side, or you can stay in that position and draw little circles with your nose. To get to massage out that general area. And then you can reverse the circles. Do what you want with these slow micro movements to really take care of this area. Again, a lot of the neck muscles come in and attach into the occipital ridge here at the base of your skull. All right, so now we're going to take the roller out from underneath the head, slide it underneath the knees, and bring it back to parallel. When you lay your head down, we're bridging up. So stand on your feet, push the hips up, and pull the roller in across your sacrum. And now from here, holding the roller, we pull one knee in, and then exhale the other knee in. So the knees are elevated, and the legs are zipped together like a beaver leg. Now here we let the knees fall over to the right, turn your head to the left. Left shoulder is heavy. Keep it grounded. Exhale, and we're going to pull the right hip up to sweep the legs over to the left. Keep pulling the right hip over so you work through your obliques and not just through your knees. At that time, the head should be turning to the other side. So now, with the legs over to the left, you pick up the left hip and press. Drag it up towards the ceiling and then across to the other side as you look away from your knees. And double check that this is in the right spot for you. Like maybe it's across the sacrum, maybe you want a little lower so it's more into the glute muscle, right? And surprisingly, often we hold tension in the glutes. We don't think that was necessarily one of the top places you would find it. But as you do this, you may find, little knots. And again, you can do the same thing you did with your head by pausing in one place, doing small movements back and forth, and even little circles in both directions. So just take a moment to see what your body needs and then take care of it. And if you're feeling just fine about all that, maybe here just think about really the lovely stretch you're getting from the elevated hip and the shoulder blade on the opposite side dropping deep into the ground. Okay. We're going to finish this set up. And then come back to center and extend the legs up to the ceiling. Soft point with your feet. Legs as vertical as you can make them. If your hamstrings are really tight, you might have bent knees. That's also fine, right? But just try to keep the legs right over the hips, the pelvic floor. So we'll take the right leg back towards your shoulder and the left leg forward out into space, reaching both legs as far in their respective directions as you can. And then we're going to sweep the legs. They're going to pass in midair and stretch in the opposite way. So as the leg comes up, just keep moving, keep switching your legs like scissor blades here. As the leg comes up and back towards your chest, towards your shoulder, you're looking for the stretch at the back of the leg. And then when the leg goes forward and down, you're reaching out long and feeling that stretch across the top of your hip. This should all be comfortable for your low back. If it isn't, probably the roller's in the wrong place. So you can adjust it to feel like you're really at the point of best support. Or you bend the knees and have less load into your back. So we'll do this again. And one more time. And now let's bring the legs up to the ceiling. Externally rotate so heels are together, toes and knees point out slightly on a diagonal. And we'll pull the legs apart sideways. Reach them as far apart as you can, and then exhale, pull the upper inner thighs together to close the heels. And we do that again. So your feet sort of start at the top of the rainbow and then go down opposite sides. And then you exhale to lift them here and go slowly enough that you feel the work, both on the way down, so you're resisting gravity, and not just falling, collapsing towards the ground, and then work it slowly up so that you feel that work again now here on the inner thigh muscles, so you're not just using momentum to lift. So we can take it apart, take your time, lengthen here, give it a moment to stretch with the help of gravity, and then exhale, pull it up. And now we'll leave the left leg up and take the right leg, trace it down that invisible arc as you're coming down the top of the rainbow towards the ground, and then exhale and bring it up, and again, we'll get that same slow, deliberate pace. The right leg is vertical, the left leg draws out and down, opening the inner thigh, trying to put extra weight in the opposite hip, in the right hip here. Push down into your arms. See how that connects you into your core as you work to lift the leg. And here we go again, the right leg sliding out to the side and down. Think of getting heavier on the left side of your body, especially the hip bone, onto the roller. Exhale and bring that leg up, 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 until the heels tap. And one more time, the right leg vertical, the left leg slides out and down, like a film in slow motion, and then we pull it up, reverse the film, and bring the leg up. Try to reach it longer and longer, higher and higher to the ceiling. Next, we take the left leg back by shoulder or chest, the right leg forward, so we're back in a scissor split. And now we circle the legs out wide and around. So this is each of the legs drawing a half circle in the air, but the pair of them drawing a complete circle on the ceiling. So we're going to swing the legs around here, still at that slower pace, and inhale from one direction, and then exhale to reverse the direction of both legs. You're staying 180 degrees from each other through this process. And then we come to the top, both legs up, bend your knees, exhale to lower both feet to the mat, and bridge up, and then rotate the roller underneath your sacrum if you're on a fresh spot here, because they do get a little squashed. So it's better for the roller, it's better for our spine too, to have a different spot here. And now we're sliding the right leg forward, reaching out long. The roller is still at the right spot under your sacrum. It's usually the widest part of our hips. If you feel like it's too much stretch for you, pull the left knee into your body, and you can hug it in with the left arm. Or alternatively, you can have that put ground to it with that knee, the left leg, and just bend the right knee enough to take some of the tension out of the lower back. So whichever you need, and if you feel fine, just stay where you are. Right? So as you're finding the position that works for you, we do a stretch across the top of the hip and the top of the thigh. We bring the right arm up to the ceiling and then back by your ear. If your chest is tight, the arm will go a little further out on a diagonal away from the head and the neck. But as you start opening up your chest, the arm will come closer back in to be more parallel to the body. So go where you need to be and really enjoy stretching from the hip bone press down the leg, out over the toes, and then from the hip bone press going down over the torso, down the arm, and over the fingertips into the ground. Like your hip bone is the crest of the mountain, and the rain falls on the top and divides and goes down both sides. Not really all sides, but here we are. So now let's pull the foot in, bring the arm forward to hold the roller. And we'll do the left side next. So the left leg slides forward. Could be different, could be tighter or looser, or could be the same, right? If you need it, hold the other knee into your chest. That takes some of the arch out of your low back. Otherwise, the foot is grounded. You might bend the left knee, keep it straight, whatever works. And then the left arm goes up and back. Now you're really trying to reach into the stretch across the front of our body. We do this because so often we're collapsed in our front line. You know, people are hunching over their tech, their pet, doing all kinds of different chores. And we really need to open everything up so the body is more balanced. Just breathe into this. Inhale to find length away from your center. And exhale to feel the back line of the body sink. And then the front line of the body, the top line, just rest on it. Here. Nice slow, deep inhale and an even slower, longer exhale. So if it works for you, we'll take both legs forward and both arms back. But this is more stretch, right? So you may need to bend the knees. You may want to go back and just do one leg at a time, one side at a time. But let your body be here supported by your roller. Heels weighted, back hands weighted. Anything that touches the floor grounded. And the part that's floating, let it float and stretch. All right, you bring the elbows into the waist and hold the roller with your hands. Pull the knees in. And then exhale to pick up those knees and hug them in towards your chest. Just give yourself the counter stretch here in the low back. And then we can lower the feet. Lift off the roller and take it out from underneath. Right. Stretch the legs long. To see how you feel right on the back here. And we'll begin next with your roll up. So you have the option of taking the fair band around your feet and then holding the end of the band in your hands. Otherwise, the arms go up and back. We'll lift the arms, put weight in the shoulder blades, feel them grounded. Tip your head up, look down your nose, pull the head up, big exhale, come over and forward. If you find you need ankle weights, we have some in the closet there. You can just rest on your ankle. And step the waist back here into your spine, curve the back more. And then we can start to go back. So you can stay low, a little easier. Curl the tail up and go over your glutes. Keep the upper up curl, keep bending the spine forward at the top until you go down on the shoulder blades. The shoulders settle, the head and neck go down, and the arms stretch behind you. To come up, we're going to lift the arms, lower them to the level that allows you to come up with equal work on the right and left side. Dive forward, the belly sucks back into the spine. So your body's like a horseshoe resting on the side here. And then coming back, the arms can go higher if you want more load. That would be more of a challenge. Just be sure that you're not falling, that you're actually working your spine down inch by inch by inch into the mat. And try not to rely on your stronger side, right? So if you feel that you are coming down unevenly, like you end up with the right side coming down, so that the left side, you just can ask your left side to work a little harder. And amazingly, it will do that for you. So we can come back again. You can lift the arms. You can imagine your fingers suspended from the ceiling, and then pull a spring down to lower you with control to the ground. And then rising again. And lift, exhale before you pick up the ribs. And we'll stretch forward now. Okay. So from here, we're rolling back into our hundreds. As the tail curls up, you sink your hips, your waist, your ribs down. Stop at the tip of the blades and fold your knees in. Arms lengthen at your side parallel to the ground. You extend the legs, and we pump the arms. Inhaling and exhaling, looking down at your belly. You can watch it lift on the inhale and sink on the exhale. Now, if this is a lot of weight for you, you can fold the knees in. If it's not enough work for the abs, you can lower the legs carefully. Right? So you don't want to get to the point where your back feels like it's arching or straining. And you also don't want to lower the legs so low that your head falls back in space. So try to keep that upper abdominal feel. Push the arms forward, try to reach your hands across, up and down the wall in front of you. And your gaze stays down. As soon as you look up at your knees or up at your toes, you're flattening out your spine and losing the work. You also have the option, you can take one hand behind your head as you pump the other arm, and then switch. Or you can prop your head up with a ball. One more breath, squeeze the legs together, tighten up those inner thighs, and stretch the legs to the sky. And then fold your knees in, and lay yourself down, and you just rock your hips side to side, while you pull the knees in towards your chest. Okay, we're reaching for your fair bend. And we'll take the center of the band around the ball of the right foot. So here's on the metatarsals, the toes are above the band. And then we lift that leg up directly to the ceiling, whether the knee is straight or the knee is bent. Try to have it really vertical. And the other leg lengthens out down the mat directly in front of the hip joint. So we start by doing a little point flex. So reach forward to the ball of the foot and the toes. Curl the toes back and lift the heel to get more stretch in your calf. Heel ball toe. And toe ball heel. Beautiful. And let the weight of that leg fall deep into the hip socket, grounding you here on the right. Remember, if the leg is too far forward, it may put more tension in your back. So better to have a bent knee and the lower leg more vertical, as opposed to out here, like lower down. That's going to be more load for your abdominal wall. Now we do a soft point with the foot, and we circle the leg. Inhale as you bring the right leg to the left, keep the right hip grounded, go low with that leg, rotate externally as it comes out to the side, and bring it back to neutral at the top of the movement. Now the elbows are sliding forward towards your hips. To ease the shoulders down away from your ears, you want a long, beautiful neck. The breathing is deep and easy. As you draw that leg around in a smooth circle, the band allows you to have more support, but also encourages you to find more length. The elbows are grounded, and we pivot the elbows or the forearms in the same line as the band, the same line as your leg. We'll do one more. We start with a short, deep inhale. You just walked into the conservatory at Longwood Gardens or onto your favorite beach in the world, and then the exhale is long and sustained. Let's do one more. You want to feel that you breathe in deeply, quickly, and then let the air just like slide out of your throat, out of your mouth, out of your lips, as slowly as possible so the abdominal wall tightens at the top. Pause there. Now we reverse. The leg goes into external rotation. Reach out and then push forward. We're trying to lengthen the muscles and also open the space at all the joints here. So reach out, lengthen, push forward into the band, and feel the buoyancy of the band help you find a little lift so you can focus on the stretch. The leg is rotating here from external rotation to neutral to internal rotation to neutral at the top. And you can imagine your foot drawing a big circle in the air that's the face of a clock. So that we'll do one more. You're going to take an inhaling from 12 to 3, and then exhaling from 3 to 12. Now, we'll take both ends of the band in your right hand. Maybe wrap that around, anchor the elbow at your side, and then rotate the leg out. Now it's important to keep the left hip down here. So it's not only about the stretch, it's also about the stability. And increasing the stability increases your stretch, right? So you press the left side down, imagine the whole left side of your body falling deep into quicksand, and then the right side is reaching out of the way. You can bounce that leg very slightly towards you and away from you so that you feel that you get a little extra stretch at the upper inner thigh. It's not just one line of muscle that stretches, it's a group of muscle fibers that stretch. And let's pull the leg up to the ceiling, switch hands. The left hand now holds the strap on the right foot, extend your right arm out in a T, look at your hand, palm is up, and then gradually take the leg across the body, reach to the sole of the foot, and spiral up, up, up with the hip, just leaving the shoulder blade on the right side grounded. Right, so you get a lot of rotation here in your back. And of course, all of this is determined by how your body feels with this. If it's too much, ease back. If it's not enough, reach a little further. And then we'll rotate that right leg internally from the hip joint. So turn the thigh internally to get the toes and the knee down, not the other way around. And then we'll come from your left shoulder, diagonally across the body to your waist, and then to your right glute to lift the leg up to the ceiling. Bring your hands up high on the strap, and then go to an up arrow curl. So pull the elbows wide and pull your head up. So if you're trying to get your head up by your knee, pull the leg back a little bit if you can. Even if you bend the knees either slightly or a lot, as long as you feel the stretch of the hamstring, you're working where you want to work and stretching where you want to stretch. Let's release that down and fold the knee into your chest. The band comes off. Hug it in first to your right chest and then to the right armpit. And make that left side heavy again. Stretch the left leg long out across the room to the opposite wall. And then we're going to release the right leg down. When both legs are extended, shake them out. And then take a moment to notice the difference in your legs. Right? So length, weight, how much of it's connected to the ground under your body. Maybe a difference in the rotation, a little more externally rotated on the right side compared to the left side. Not just the knee, but also the hip bone here, the ASIS. Should feel like different in the two sides probably. And also like the energy you feel. The right leg is like alive, awake, but also relaxed, and the other one is a little more inert, and also a little like impatient and anxious. So let's get back to working with the left leg. So we can pull that left knee into your chest now. Look at it. Reach out long for the sits bone. And then we'll take the center of the band across the ball of the foot and the top of the arch. Toes are free. And then we lift the leg up. You want to tighten up on the band so you have a lot of support with it when the leg is fully extended. And once it's up, remember we're trying to get the leg vertical, whether that means the leg is straight or, mostly straight, or whether it's bent even a lot. You want the heel over the sits bone, over the pelvic floor. So we're going to lift that up again and now point the foot and flex, toe ball heel, and then heel ball toe. So try to work articulate the foot. So we're getting to work the calf as the foot points and stretch the calf as you flex at the foot of the ankle. Slide your elbows down, closer to your waist, closer to your hips, so that you have a longer, softer neck. Our next, no help at all, adding tension, right? Try for the opposite of that. And then we end in a soft point, and we start with the leg. Inhale across the body for the stretch and the lateral hip. And then reach it low, out around to the side, and drag it on up to the top. Float it up there, and then reach again. The left hip stays down as the leg goes to the right. The right hip gets heavy before the leg goes out to the left. All that in order to keep the pelvic girdle grounded, settled deep into the mat surface. So while you're moving the leg, you're also challenging your core to keep the torso balanced, level, and strong on the mat without tipping your hips with the movement of your leg. So you stretch it out and long, feel that pull across the lateral hip, bring it out to the side, feel the pull across the inner thigh, bring it to the top, and feel the pull into the hamstring. Your elbows stay grounded, you circle the forearms, so you're not putting a lot of tension into your wrist. If you hold the forearm steady, then all the weight of the leg ends up going into your wrist joint. Not your best choice. So push and go longer each time, really stretch the leg further and further out into space. It's almost like your foot, if it had a slip coming out the toes, would be drawing like a jet trail through the air. The circle's getting wider and wider and further away from you with every single circle. Come here to the top of the movement, we pause and now reverse. Out to the left, the right side, heavy, 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 drop it into the ground. And then before the leg gets across, the left side adds weight. So putting ballast in the sailboat, and then reach away. All the way around. Lift the foot high. And press into the leg. Actually, anything that's on the mat is going to help you stabilize the body if you press into it. So go a little longer with the leg, stretch it further. Keep going back with the upper arms into the ground. And we'll do one final circle. That short, sweet inhale, pull the air deep, and then the long, sustained exhale, helping you organize the abdominal wall and pull it tight. Now here from the top, we're taking those ends of the bed in the left hand. The elbow anchors as far down towards your hip as possible. You hold the right side heavy, maybe the right hand on the right hip press. And think of rotating before it goes too low with that left leg. Press the right side of the body, rotate it to the right and sink it into the ground, and then take the left leg out. And you can do your gentle rocking here, bend the knee if you need to. Particularly if you're really tight in the leg, you may want to bend it before you take it out, because if it's way down here by your ankle, you're not going to get much stretch. And then we'll pull that leg up, use your exhale to find the upper inner thigh, lifting the leg, lifting the foot, switch hands at the top. And now your left leg pulls across the body. Feel the gradual pull into the upper thigh, the lateral hip. And then as you lift the hip up, the stretch goes into the glute and a little bit into that lower back area. Only do this if it feels really like a happy thing for your body. And then we'll rotate the leg internally. Spiral leg internally, knees and toes point down. Still pressing through the left shoulder blade and looking out over your left arm. We exhale, unwind the body from the right shoulder to the waist to the left glute, and the left leg reaches up in the air. Center it as much as you can right over the socket, and then reach up high on the bed. We're going to pull the elbows wide and pull up to your upper curl. Feel that work in the upper abdominals. Check that your right leg hasn't drifted laterally, but it's straight out of the socket. Pull the leg back a little bit more if you find you have full stretch. You can always bend the knee to take the straight out from behind your knees and get more stretch in the hamstring. All right, and then we lower the hip down. We pull the knee in as the back comes off to the side. The knee, hug it into your left chest. Pull it tight and stretch the other leg longer. And then pull that left knee out to the armpit. Look up and in. And back to center, hug it in once more. And then release the left leg down next to the right one. And again, we want to shake out the legs and see if we ended up with a bench pair again. But improve from when we walked into class, right? So here, admire your work. And now let's pull the right knee in, hold onto the back of the thigh, and lift the left leg up in the air, elbows wide. We're going to rock forward and up. Lift your head, look down at your abs, and come forward to balance here near the front third of your mat. So edges of the feet are together. This is rolling like a ball. If you want to use the ball between your thighs, you can do that. Be sure that you have enough padding underneath you, that your back is comfortable. And if you're new to this, you take your hands behind your thighs. If you're more experienced, your hands to your shins. You can try it right. So pick up the chest by curling the tail up and rounding the low back. Elbows go wide here. And then you look at your abs. We're going to curl the tail up and roll back to the shoulder blades only, neck and head off the ground. And you come right back up as you exhale. So we're centered on the midline of the mat. And look at your abs. Curl the tail up to shift your weight. You roll. Big exhale to come back and find your balance point again. So inhaling back. Reach your back down. And exhale forward with that. Good. If you want a bit of an extra challenge, you can also roll back and then lift up at the end into like a teaser position. So you would start, elbows wide, look down at your navel, curl the tail, roll back, up, and the arms and legs extend as you balance on your sacrum. And then you fold it in, pull the blades apart so you bring to the back, curl the tail up, roll back here, and extend forward and up. And extend arms and legs. Do that one more time. Roll it back. Exhale forward and reach. Nice. And then lower your feet. And we'll roll back into the ab series. So you will pull the right knee into your chest. Roll back, extending the left leg so that it's a counterweight for your body going back. And the hands right hand at the ankle, left hand at the knee, both on the right shin. So we inhale to switch the legs, outside hand to the ankle, just a little long. And then come back in. Good, thanks for coming to class. Good work, I'll see you next time. And then pull it in, reach out long here, and switch. And switch again. Now the hands push down and the shin pushes up. So that you feel that working into your core, really strong arms as well as strong legs. We end with the left leg in, and we pull both knees in. Let's see if we can hold the upper curl. Inhale, arms and legs lift through the ceiling. Double leg stretch, circle the arms wide as you pull the knees in, and look down your nose at your abs. Reach here, and then circle and embrace. You stretch, and remember, it's not about how far you take the arms back. It's about how you keep the upper curl and take the position of the arms and the legs to maintain this work in your center, right? So if you take the arms too far back and you pull out of your upper curl, you're doing it incorrectly. Reach and exhale, pull, and then rest it all down. Turn your head here, easy side to side. And we get to do scissors again, which is a great exercise because I would say 99.9% of the people I see feel tight in their hips. A lot of the time, unfortunately. So with this time we add the upper curl. So you come up to your upper curl, lift the legs up to the ceiling, and then pull your hands up towards the right ankle as the left leg goes forward and down. Look down across your belly at the ground. Inhale, we switch the legs. And switch again. If you really work to pull the leg back over your chest, and also work to pull your head and chest forward and up towards the leg. Legs work in these parallel planes, each have their own track that they follow, going down and lengthening, going up and lengthening. And we end with the left leg up, bring the right leg to knee there, and support the base of your skull with your hands. Pull the head up and pull the elbows down and in. Aim your gaze to your navel and the elbows there. Should. So we're going to take the legs slowly, small movement. Be careful here. Only reach it out to the place where you feel that you're still safe in your back. And you exhale to pull the legs up. And again, tight hamstring people maybe have their knees bent. They can straighten them as they go out. They may need to bend them as they come in. Right, to take tension out of the back of their knees. But just pay attention to how your spine feels. We want this to be challenging but not debilitating, right? And the reason we're so careful is that your psoas muscle, your median flexor muscle, connects to every single vertebra and intervertebral disc in the low back, like up to the base of your rib cage. So it's important that you strengthen that without damaging it. So that's why we do this to music, we think about what we're doing, and we feel what's happening in the body as we move. Now we're going to twist to the right, and then twist to the left. So the leg shoots forward, and the weight in the opposite hip is what helps us stay grounded. And again, it's not so much as elbow crossing over the body, but it's pulling the armpit up towards the inner thigh. So you try to stay with your rotation within the frame of your legs and your hips, instead of reaching out way to the side and the side bend. Took me a while to figure that out. That gives you the best work in your abdominals and the best challenge for your core. All right, we're going to end, pull both hips in, let your head down, hug the knees into your body, and just stir the knees here, circling like so, and then reversing the circles. All right, so you just pulled off the whole ab series, and now we're going to roll up to sitting for spine stretch. So you can extend the legs forward, the arms go up and back, lift the arms, roll up, exhale, we pull forward, come upright, and open your feet. Wider than your hips, maybe it's wide as the mat. If your hamstrings are really tight, you may want to elevate your hips and sit up on the yoga block, or paddle pose, or hey, I have clients that need to sit on chairs to do this. So it's just the way it is. You also have the option as you go over to bend your knees to sit really upright. In either case, you want to be able to take your hand, like your arm behind your waistline here, and sit right up on the sits bones. So let's bring the arms forward, parallel to the ground. Reach out with the fingers, but pull the collarbones wide, pull your blades down. Just feel that work into your upper lats. That was beautiful. Look down your nose, tip your head down towards the base of your throat. Now pull, without moving your shoulders, pull the head and neck forward. Feel that stretch in your neck, and then continue reaching out over with your head, dive forward, over, and down. So if you're trying to bring your hairline down between your knees. Suck the waist back, get the big curve in your spine. And then we press with the heels and the sits bones, sink your tail down if it's drilling into the center of the earth, and then gradually stack your back up an imaginary wall. Your head floats free, high, eyes are soft, and then we look down again. Again, you move the head first, then the 7th vertebra in your neck, and then out, over, and around an invisible wall here, as if you're coming around a beach wall. And take that dive, curving the back, curving the waist. Having a little bit of hip flexion, but it's not only hip flexion, it's spinal stretching. And then press down and imagine that beach ball rolls up the front line of your body to lift your belly, your waist, your chest, your chin, your eyes. And one more. Exhale all the way out, over, and down. Really sequence the spine. So each vertebra pulls the one underneath it into this movement. Over and down we go. Hopefully feeling a good stretch in the hamstring. Bend the knees as necessary, but don't release the hamstring stretch. And then we're coming up. Your head will be the last thing to lift as you look out over the horizon. And then we can lower the arms. Let's come on to hands and knees. Quadruped. Spread your hands wide. And then here we're going to go into a bit of a plank. So we'll slide your left foot back, curl the toes under, slide the right foot back, curl the toes under. If anyone needs to go on their forearms, you would do that instead. If anyone needs to go on their knees, they would do that instead. Now you pull your halo forward, your heart forward, your tail and heels back at the same time. So really elongating the body here. Don't let your belly sag. So if you feel like your back is like dropping to the ground, you've lost that strength in the plank. Push the floor down with your hands, down with your feet, and go long, head to tail, head to heels. Another breath or two here. Inhale. Try to push down enough that your rib cage comes up between your shoulder blades without humping, but it's a smooth platform there. softly to your knees. Sit back in the child's pose. Round your back, curl it. You all look super strong in that. Does that feel good? Yes, excellent. And I did forget to say that if it's too much flexion at the wrist, you would just want to roll up or fold up the end of your mat so that the heel of your hand is higher than your fingertips. Let's go back into that position again, and I'm going to have you do a more advanced exercise here with the plank. So when you go back out into your plank, first you want to find the hand position that works best, really wide open. One foot back, then the other foot back. We're going to lift one leg up, rock back with the heel, come forward, switch your leg. Go back with the heel, come forward, switch your leg. Lift the other leg up, back, forward. This is called leg pull. Lift it. Yes, alternating each time. Inhale back, exhale forward, and switch and lift. One more. And then we can pike up. Get your feet a little more under you. Walk your hands back in towards your feet. You bend the knees as necessary. You also go up onto your fingertips. And let's hang your head down here, nice and low. Dangle the head here between the arms, like a third arm falling to the ground. Bend your knees as necessary to keep your low back comfortable. And we're going to release the arms. Small circles here with the hands towards each other. Your gaze is down between your knees. Reverse the arm circles. Then let the arms just flop like a rag doll. Make them nice and soft. Bend your knees. Feel the feet spread. We push through our feet. We curl the tail down into the ground and stack your spine from the bottom to the top. Gaze is down until the shoulders sink back behind you. Bring your gaze across the floor, out the window, look out onto campus, and take a deep breath in, and then sigh out. And we're done for today. Thank you all so much. What a beautiful job. If you have any questions or you need help, let me know.